Yeah, so in November 2022, about 11 months from now, um, Iowans are going to be asked to vote on this amendment to the Iowa Constitution. We're calling it the Strict Scrutiny Amendment. You'll hear it referred incorrectly by some people as Iowa's Second Amendment. But this proposed amendment is not simply a restatement of the United States Second Amendment for Iowa. It's a large overreach of the right to keep and bear arms. The wording of the amendment, I'll just read it directly as you will read it on your ballot in November. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The sovereign state of Iowa affirms and recognizes this right to be a fundamental individual right. Any and all restrictions of this right shall be subject to strict scrutiny. Period. Yes or no. That's what you're going to vote on. Those last four words, the subject to strict scrutiny language, we think is too extreme, and it could severely hinder any efforts for common sense gun laws in Iowa. It could lead to costly court challenges of current laws. So it would eliminate the likelihood of any future laws and probably cause the revocation of current laws that would protect us from gun violence. We find it unacceptable that pro-gun groups have centered on the rights of gun-owning citizens over and against the safety of the general public. We think Iowans have the right not to get shot. Strict scrutiny has been enacted in only 3 other states: Alabama, Missouri, and Louisiana. Nothing against those states, they're wonderful places, but they're maybe not particularly good role models for Iowa, at least in this case. Alabama's gun death rate is the 5th highest among all 50 states. Missouri's is the 7th highest, and Louisiana's is the 6th highest. Not good role models. We'd rather not go there. What were they thinking when they wanted this strict scrutiny language? It has to do with how judges consider the cases that come before them. Judges would be legally compelled to opt in favor of the least restrictive interpretation of gun laws, either when they're making rulings regarding gun legislation that has been enacted that they have to make a legal decision about. Here's an example of what can happen. A man in Louisiana who had been previously convicted of burglary, a felony, was later caught in a car with a handgun in the back seat and an AK-47 with a 30-round clip in the trunk. He was arrested because Louisiana has a law that says felons cannot have guns. But the judge, applying a strict scrutiny review to the case, decided the arrest was unconstitutional, and he dismissed the charge against this convicted felon. In Iowa, we've been trying to find the right balance between gun rights and gun laws. Like Louisiana, we've chosen to keep guns out of the hands of convicted felons. We've also kept guns out of the schools and made machine guns illegal to own. Every one of these laws could be challenged in a future court case that would be subject to the special level of strict scrutiny if this constitutional amendment is passed next November. Do Iowans want to run risks such as tying the hands of judges and lawmakers seeking to protect Iowans from the firearms epidemic? More guns in the hands of convicted felons, perpetrators of domestic violence, persons with serious mental illness. We want to run such risks as businesses and homeowners being unable to limit guns on their property, or risks like increased costs for court cases challenging gun laws. Subject to strict scrutiny, these 4 words could change everything. But you can change everything with 1 word on November 8th, 2022. No. Thanks a lot.